Hello children, how are you all? Are you feeling fresh and fine? Today is the last day of the week. Yes, today is Friday. So let's start our day by saying our prayers. Come on, join your hands, close your eyes and repeat after me. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. After our prayer, it's time for our favorite weather song. Come on. How was the weather today? Weather today, weather today. How is the weather today? Is it cloudy or bright? Are you feeling hot or cold? Hot or cold? Hot or cold? Are you feeling hot or cold? Won't you tell me today? So I'm sure by now you know how's the weather outside. Yes or no? So children, after singing that weather song, it's time for us to revise our theme topic. And which theme topic is going on? Yes, busy brushes. Are brushes really busy? No, but they are always busy helping us out. They cannot do work themselves, but yes, we use a lot of brushes every day around us in our life, don't we? So we have studied about all these different kinds of brushes. But first tell me, what do you call a brush? Come on. I think by now you know. Yes, a brush has definitely a handle, and the second most important thing that it has is bristles. What does it have? Bristles. Now bristles are different according to its different uses, but these two things will always be there. A handle to grip the brush and bristles. That's how we know that this is a brush. Now children, I'm going to show you a few brushes which I have in my house, and I'm sure you too might have now found out all the different brushes that you have in your own house. So let's start. I'm going to show you these brushes and I'm sure you can now identify them quite well. The very first and the most common one. What is this? Yes, this is my toothbrush. Now toothbrush, this is the handle and these are the bristles. Now in a toothbrush, the bristles are not very soft, but they are slightly hard, not very hard also, because you have to brush your teeth and you don't have to injure your gums. So you apply the toothpaste on the bristles and then you work the toothbrush side by side, this way, that way, and you use it for cleaning your teeth. It is a very important brush, and every day we use our toothbrush twice to keep our teeth sparkling and white. So that was about the toothbrush. So let's go further, and now the brush which I'm going to speak to you about is the brush we use to make our hair proper. Yes, it is a hairbrush. Now this is a nice little folding hairbrush I have, which I can just carry it wherever I want. It also has got a mirror over here, and these are the bristles. Can you see? These are the bristles of the brush, but they are not very hard, not very soft, exactly like a toothbrush, but a little harder than a toothbrush, because when you have tangled hair, you need to work it into it, and then you need to clean your brush also. So this is one kind of hairbrush, this is another kind of hairbrush. So these are my hairbrush. Now in this I can just put the bristles inside, so when I want to carry this also, the bristles are not outside and it doesn't get damaged. So these are my hairbrush. Now I'm going to show you something which we use, like the girls or the ladies use it. Yes, the makeup brushes. Now in the makeup brush you have all different kinds of brushes. I'm going to show you a few ones which I have. First of all, this is the blush on one. So the bristles of these are really soft because I have to apply the makeup on my skin. So can I have hard bristles? No. these are really soft ones in which I can apply my makeup quite well. Okay, so this is one of my makeup brushes. Now, here this is the eyeliner which is there, and in that also, when mama must be applying these, there is a very thin brush, you can see here. Yes, and this is for applying the eyeliner. Now this brush is thin because you can't apply fat eyeliner, so you need a nice thin brush. So this is the one, and similar to it you have the nail polish brush. If you might have seen, like when you put nail polish, there's a brush on its end also. When you open the nail polish bottle, there's a brush. Now the eyeliner brush is very thin, but the nail polish brush is slightly thicker because you have to apply it on your nails. Now there is one more. This is another one, but see the size of the brush. I'm just showing you. This is also an eyeliner brush. Here you can make out very nicely. Can you see how thin it is? Yes. So these are all eyeliner brushes. Nowadays you get these pen brushes. Now the tip is a brush pen. Now this is not exactly like a brush, but it works like a brush because it is soft. This doesn't have bristles. Now another cosmetic or makeup range, you have what is called as the mascara, which you apply on your eyelashes, and the brush of a mascara has got very tiny bristles, if you could see it here. Can you see? Yes. And this is for applying on your eyelashes and making them nice and long and beautiful. So in the makeup kit, what mama uses, you might find a lot of brushes, but children, you are not going to go and ask your mama, give me, I want to explore the brushes. Teacher is just showing you all these brushes so that you know what different brushes we use every day around us. So children, that was about the makeup brush. Now these were some of the few brushes in the makeup what mama uses to apply makeup, or you might be seeing it at home. Okay, now there is one more brush which you use it, not you use it basically, but if you have grandparents and they've got white hair, or if mama wants to dye her hair, or papa wants to dye the hair in new colors, you use this. This is called the hair dye brush. Now the hair dye brush, the bristles are soft like your toothbrush bristles, and they are flat. It's a flat brush which you use for applying the hair dye or the hair color onto your hair. So you don't need a hard bristle one, you need a soft one, and the handle is also very comfortable. Okay, now there's another one which I have here. This is for the foot. You want to rub your feet when your feet become little hard, so you use these kind of foot brushes, and here there are bristles. If you could see here, there are these bristles to rub and remove the hard skin. So on one side there is a filer, and on the other side there are bristles. So that is about the toothbrush. Now we have certain brushes which are used for cleaning purpose. Now cleaning, it could be for washing clothes, like a brush like this. I have the scrubber brush. Now here also the bristles are made of plastic, and they are slightly harder than what you have of the toothbrush, because you need to scrub your clothes. You need to remove the dirt from your clothes, so they need to be hard. So when you brush, you get this kind of a noise, and they don't press. See, you can't press them. They are hard. They are nice and hard, so you can remove the dirt from your clothes. Now this brush which I'm showing you is my carpet brush. I use it for cleaning my carpets, my rugs, my mats. So this is my carpet brush which I do the sweeping with. So this is the brush, and the bristles here are also hard. They are not soft bristles, they are hard bristles, because the carpet is also needed, like you clean your clothes, the carpet also needs to be cleaned nicely. The hair or the dirt which is there on the carpet needs to be rubbed off and scrubbed off away. You need to remove the dirt. So you need a hard bristle brush. Okay. Now the most important brushes. Now these days we are using these brushes, and you'll be using a lot of these kind of brushes in your school life. And this is the painting brush. Now this is the painting brush which we use for painting or removing colors, and the painter which paints the wall uses a flat painting brush. So that is a different, and these brushes are different. Now the brushes bristles are nice and soft. When you paint with these brushes, they have to be nice and soft because you're painting against the paper or a canvas, and they need to be soft. The handle is long, and you dip the brush, you remove the excess paint, and then you start painting. In the same way, Mr. Painter also, that is the person who paints our wall, uses a flat brush which we have made few days back. So we have made it with paper. Now that bristles are also soft because when you're painting the wall, you need to apply the color nicely and properly. So the brush width might differ. The bristles are always soft of a painting brush. So children, these were some of the brushes which I have in my house, and I've shown it to you. Besides that, there are other brushes also. For example, the shoe shine brush, which you use to polish your shoes and make them shiny and apply the shoe polish on. The shaving brush, which your papa or your grandfather must be using to apply the shaving cream onto their face or their beard. And also other brushes, like in the toilet, you have the toilet brushes for cleaning the toilet or the washroom. And sometimes in the kitchen also you have a special brush which is used to clean the gas stove or to mop and clean the tiles. So we are surrounded by many different brushes, and all these brushes are really very useful in our life. We use these brushes every day, but we also need to keep them clean so that we can use them longer. And would you like to use a dirty brush? Would you like to use a dirty toothbrush or a comb which is having all hair in it? No. So we always want to keep things clean. So once you use any kind of a brush, see to it that you clean it. Not necessary you can wash all the brushes, but you can at least wipe them clean. Or if for example, if you're using a hairbrush, you can remove the hair which is there inside the brush. Or you're using a carpet brush, same way you can remove the hair or the fiber which is stuck in the brush so that the brush remains clean. Cleaning doesn't mean always you have to wash the brush in water and soap. But yes, sometimes you need to wash them with soap and water also. So children, these were the uses of the different kinds of brushes. So children, did you enjoy revising the topic of busy brush and also remembering all the different brushes which we have used till now? I am sure now you will remember when you see these brushes in your house, what are their uses, how the bristles are, and how we can make good use of the brush and take care of our brushes. Now after this nice recap of busy brushes, how about we do one very interesting activity? Are you ready to do this activity? Now for this activity, you require any paper. Not necessary this paper is plain blank sheet. You can take the back side of a calendar, you can take newspaper, you can take any paper which is used one side and the other side is plain, that also will do. You need your crayons, that's it. So get your things ready and let's see what we are doing. So children, today we are going to do the activity of scribbling. For that we'll require any rough paper and our crayons. Now by rough paper I mean any paper which is not useful, because we are going to do scribbling on it. So we don't want to take a new fresh paper and spoil it. So you can take your old calendar. Right now we are in the last month of the year. So in your calendar, if one side is printed and the other side is plain, you can take that. Or you can also take any paper which is printed on one side and plain on the other side. Or if you don't have anything, you can also take the newspaper. So any paper, you can ask for a rough paper from your parents and you can use it for scribbling. Now scribbling, as we all know, it's on us. We do whatever we want in scribbling, but we will try and do the patterns we have learned, not just scribbling anything, right? So let's get started. Now I've taken my green color crayon and I'm going to start with the dark green color first. I will do whatever I like. So children, it's on you. We have learned this new pattern right now. So we can make the concentric pattern. Okay. Or you can even make lines. So in scribbling, yes, you can do anything. But it's better if we do freehand practice of our patterns in scribbling, because in that way you will be able to master it, and it's very much necessary to actually know how to draw the pattern. And I'm sure by now we all know our patterns so very well. Now children, certain colors you might not be able to see properly on certain paper, but it is scribbling. You are going to scribble, you are going to draw, so you can use whatever you want, wherever you want. But if you're doing a pattern, remember to follow the rule of the pattern. If it is a standing line, it's from up to down, and if it's a sleeping line, it is from left to right. So that way you can scribble and you can finish your scribbling activity like this. So in this you have the freedom to scribble. Not necessary you want to do patterns. Teacher is doing pattern, but if you want, you can even do scratch scratch like this. It's okay. I don't mind whatever you would like to do, but always remember to hold your crayon in the tripod grip. Even if it is scribbling, it has to be done the way we always hold our crayon. So we will not forget that, and we will do this scribbling activity very nicely. And it is so much of fun, isn't it children? I love doing the scribbling activity. So you too can do the scribbling activity, but remember you have to take a rough paper, because then you are not spoiling the new paper for this activity. Wow, wasn't it fun scribbling? Yes, but remember you can only scribble on a writing material, not everywhere. That is, you can't scribble on your walls, you can't scribble on your cushions, on your bed sheets, on your body. Can you do that? No. And we are scribbling only with crayon. Do not take pens, marker pens, sketch pens or pencils and start scribbling. That is not the right way to do, and only on writing material, that when your mama or papa gives you, not on any writing material. It could be useful for them. So any rough material which mama and papa will give you, on that only you will scribble like good babies. Okay. Now children, it's time for me to say goodbye to you, as Suraya teacher is waiting. Yes, today is Friday and we have music class. So you go and enjoy your music class and have a nice weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. Take care. Bye.